Let's play hockey.
Brookings, a big 10-0 win over Aberdeen last night. The Rushmores and Watertown, quite a game last night. Watertown made a run late in the game, but the Lakers came up just short.
Yeah, Watertown played a great game. They just came a little bit short against a very good Rapid City team that was just not going to go away. And certainly look for them to be very competitive in this consolation bracket as we go forward here with the tournament. Today's action brought to you in part by Larson Manufacturing, the leading storm door company in the United States. Also, Rounds Construction in Brookings, moving the earth one load at a time since 1991. Also brought to you by Industrial Machine and Engineering, a proud sponsor of the tournament internet broadcast on BrookingsTV.com. Huron in the white uniforms, Mitchell in the black, and off the opening faceoff, it is Huron in control. Thorne Gramstad along the board sends it to the center of the rink, and the All-Stars will take their first go at it. Bo Mandel taken out of the play at the blue line. It'll go back to Jordan Grostadier. Grostadier up ahead to Sersosimo. Tried to center it. It'll be played by Mandel. Now along the boards, scramble for the puck, and the whistle blows to stop play with 16:32 to go in the first. Face-off coming up just outside the Huron blue line. Hand pass was the call on the Mitchell Marlins. The face-off will come just outside the zone. So the first line change. Huron will send out the line of Simpson, Reimer, and Mandel. It'll be Rice, Grostadier, Sersosimo starting out for Mitchell. Both these teams changing up a little bit today. We can already tell with some of the patterns, some of the lineups that we've had already today. And I'm sure both these teams know each other pretty well at this point in the season. They kind of know who matches up well against who, and that's an adjustment that a coach will make after they've played a couple of games against their team to match those lines up in a way they feel is going to be most advantageous to them. Caleb Niehoff for the Marlins sends it out to center ice. Dropping back is Rudebush along with Austin Duxbury. It'll be Rudebush, centering pass, played to Tanner Pitts. Pitts dumps it all the way down. Icing called against Huron with 15:43 to go in the first. Huron played very well yesterday against Pierre. Battled Oahe well, and you wonder, after losing a tough game like that, what their mindset will be coming into today. Yeah, they certainly played a great game yesterday against Oahe. They had the lead for most of it, but Oahe just a little bit better team, and they found a way to come from behind and make it happen. But certainly got to credit Huron. They played a heck of a game against a very good Oahe Capitals team. Jordan Davis with the puck right now for Huron. Played well, had a couple of goals to Nate Tomczak. Tomczak had a solid game yesterday as well. Marlins trying to bring it up. Blast off the left side. Oh my, Sersosimo hit the pipe and will have a face-off with 15:13 to go in the first. How many times yesterday did we hear that clank? Oh, no kidding. And we've had a lot of pipe dingers all tournament so far. And again there, Parker Hook talking to his post and keeping him in the game. That one was just inches from being a goal to give Mitchell a 1-0 lead here early in this first period. I would say, 5 or 6 shots at least yesterday, Dave, in the 4 games that clanked off the post or the crossbar. You know, there's the old hockey adage that goalies talk to their posts, to give them an advantage, to keep that puck from going on the net. And obviously that was working in the goalie's favor yesterday quite a bit. Jordan Grostadier tied the slide in the middle. Jacob Rice digging for the puck for the Marlins along the near boards. It'll be cleared out by Huron. Someone lost the glove. We play on. It's Andy Reimer. Reimer dumps it into the Mitchell zone. Marlins try to work it back out. Cole Carlson. Carlson over to Caleb Niehoff. Out to the blue line come the Mitchell Marlins. Skating in, Alex Thill. Thill taken down. And Austin Duxbury will be whistled with 14:18 to go in period number 1. It's going to be a hooking penalty on number 16 of Huron. That's Austin Duxbury, as you mentioned. He'll go for 2 minutes, and that'll give Mitchell an early power play advantage here. In for the draw for Mitchell, Alex Murtha. Murtha
Marlins win the faceoff. Black out at the blue line. Cole Carlson. Carlson to Niehoff. Behind the goal, here's Murtha. Murtha trying to wrap it around. Mitchell All-Star defense out in front of the goal, keeping him occupied. Carlson from the right point. Rebound shot taken by Thill, doesn't connect. And Mitchell will clear the zone. 1:35 to go in the man advantage. Here's Carlson. Carlson moving it ahead on the left side. Carlson runs up the back of one of the officials. Gets held up a little bit at the blue line, and that will stop play with 13:41 to go. Face-off coming up at the blue line. It'll be Jordan Grostadier along with Andy Reimer in for the draw. 1:23 to go in the Mitchell power play. Off the face-off, All-Stars get it. Tanner Pitts. Puck knocked out to center by the All-Stars. Gathered in by Niehoff. Shot up off the glass behind the goal. Niehoff comes charging in. Centering pass out front. All-Stars have two players on the doorstep to knock it away. Moving in off the right side, Parker, or rather that was Grostadier with a shot. Rebound to the Marlins. They'll try to set up something in the crease if they can. Pass slides behind the goal. Grostadier has it in the corner. Grostadier to Niehoff. Falling for the puck on the right point, Cole Coons. Nobody seeing him. Shot on goal, and the Huron All-Stars with the save. Parker Hook comes up with it with 40 seconds to go in the power play.
Yeah, Mitchell doing a nice job moving the puck around in this power play, looking for some opportunities. Hooked on the better end right now, making some saves, but they just need to keep working the puck like they are, get a good shot, a good 2-on-1 opportunity, and find that wide open guy.
Coons was open on the outside, but credit Mitchell, they had the patience to try to look for something right in front of the goal. All-Stars turn it around, shot by Davis. Didn't get a lot on it, and it's an easy save for the Marlins. Sersasimo along the near boards. Sersasimo bringing it up ice. Going to get challenged at his blue line. Dumps it ahead to Grostadier. Grostadier lost it. Here comes Davis. Davis cranks up for the All-Stars. Shot high and a big glove save for Tate Sutherland, who gets the starting goal today for the Marlins.
Yeah, both these teams have ran two goalies all year long. You're seeing Coach John Lord of the Mitchell Marlins giving Sutherland the nod. But again, today, Davidson's going to elect to stay with Parker Hook back in net, his senior goaltender for the Huron All-Stars.
Marlins control the puck off the faceoff, trying to work it out to center. Alex Thill. Thill lost it to Reimer. Reimer moves in right side. Shot sails in wide behind the goal. Marlins trying to work it free along the boards. Kept in, though, by the Huron All-Stars, Rye Solom. Solom dumps it into the corner. Marlins regroup, and here they come. Thill moves it out to center ice. Thill on the right side drops it back. No one was there. Thought he had someone trailing. Didn't, and now the All-Stars will take over. They'll play it out to center ice. Moving ahead is Bo Mandel. Mandel 1-on-3 will shoot. That hits traffic out front. Sutherland will gather in the rebound with 11:36 to go. Shots on goal. Mitchell has 3, Huron 2. Still no score in the game.
Mitchell did a nice job in that power play, trying to make something happen. Didn't get it done, but they did a nice job working the puck, taking their time, trying to be patient, find that open guy. Now we're back to even strength here, 11:30 to go in the first period.
Marlins with the puck. Lost it for a moment. Now they'll play it to center. Here comes Sersasimo. Sersasimo beaten to the puck by Gramstad. Sersasimo got tied up. Gramstad took the loose puck. Here comes Kramer. Kramer opened the scoring yesterday. Just missed with that shot. And Sutherland with the save.
Another big save there by Tate Sutherland. He was one of the crew of guys on this team making their varsity appearance in their first year. Part of that Bantam A team that won the state championship last year. So certainly, despite maybe a rough season for the Marlins, they've got a lot to look forward to with a very young team.
11:11 to go in period number 1. Marlins changing some personnel. Hustling off was Cole Coons. And now we're ready to play. Off the draw, here comes Thill. Thill has 3 defenders trailing. Shot, score.
What a shot by Alex Thill. Wow. High glove side. Weak side shot on Parker Hook, and Mitchell's going to take a 1-0 lead early in this game.
Once the puck got on Phil's stick, it was a little bit of a dash down the ice. Phil had the lead. He held on, got the shot away, and now it's 1-0 Mitchell.
Little breakaway speed there by the captain of the Marlins. Their defenseman taking it up and blowing by the Huron All-Star defense.
Let's remind you, today's game brought to you in part by Larson Manufacturing, the leading store door company in the U.S. Larson supports youth activities and the communities the company serves. Shots even, 4-4, but Mitchell gets the goal from Phil to go on top 1-0. All-Stars looking for the equalizer. They'll center, and Sersosimo will clear the puck out to center ice. Davis has it. Davis, pass challenge. Murtha overskated the puck. And now bringing it in for the Marlins is Cole Carlson. Carlson driven into the boards, loses control. The All-Stars will take over. They'll dump it down. And with 10:15 to go in period number 1, no icing here, and the Marlins will continue play. Carlson lost the puck. Here's Reimer from out front. That got knocked down by the Marlins defense. Follow shot is also knocked down. And now the puck comes out to center ice. Tanner Pitts dropping back. Lays it to Rye Solom. Up ahead, Davis moving in, or rather that is Bo Mandel moving in. He can't convert the shot. Back out at the blue line comes Taylor Simpson. Simpson cranks up, whistle blows to stop play with 9:40 to go in period number 1. Daktronics of Brookings, proud to support BISA and the South Dakota Amateur Hockey Association. Daktronics, a longtime supporter of youth athletics and academic success. They provide scholarships and employment opportunities for area college students and student athletes. Visit Daktronics.com or call 1-800-DAKTRONICS for more details. 9:28 to go in the first. Here's the blast from the point. That's saved. Caleb Niehoff with the shot. Parker Hook with the save.
Big blast by Niehoff there. I think he was trying to get a screen from his guys in front, but was just a little bit too early on the shot. Nice save by Parker Hook, keeping his team in this one.
At some point, Mitchell's been deliberate about trying to get that puck in front of the goal and set up a scoring opportunity, which would look for them to bring the puck back outside, try a little bit longer shot with that traffic in front and Hook's vision obscured.
That's what the coaches try and teach their kids, is to get that chaos in front of the net, give your defenseman a chance, keep it on the ice, and look for that rebound.
9 minutes to go. Puck trapped in the corner. Both sides trying to work it free. Now the Marlins almost get it out of the zone. It'll be dumped back in the corner. Here's Cole Coons. Coons does get it out to center. Picked up by Austin Duxbury. Duxbury moves in, and offsides the call against Huron. 8:44 to go, period number 1. Mitchell 1, and Huron nothing. Along with Dane Eady, Dallas Cole with you on Brookings.tv. Glad to have you along wherever you may be watching in from around the state, or for that matter, around the world. Here's the pass, centering pass attempted, deflected behind the goal. All-Stars trying to work it free. Tomczak dumps it out to center. Cole Carlson whiffs on the pass attempt. It'll be played by Jacob Rice. Rice in the corner. Rice lost control of the puck. Here come the All-Stars. Moving up the right side is the shot and the score. I believe that's Rudabush who got that. With 8:11 to go in period number 1.
Big blast there by Justin Rudabush. Leading goal scorer for Huron, coming up big there, getting this game back to a 1-1 tie early, or actually midway through this first period.
Rudabush was just bringing the puck up the ice, and all of a sudden the shot's away. We saw that yesterday where he stepped in front, picked the pass, and just walked in and had an easy shot. His second of the tournament, and it's 1-1, Huron and Mitchell. Here's a shot off the right side by Grostadier, can't connect. All-Stars turn it back the other way. Puck dumped in by Taylor Simpson.
behind the Mitchell goal. Carlson will pick it up there.
Credit that goal to Justin Rudebush. The assist was number 39, Dustin Waller, for Huron to tie that game up at 1.
Tanner Pitts tried to play it into the Mitchell zone, could not. Marlins will turn it back the other way. Alex Still to Carlson. Puck deflected by Taylor Simpson. Simpson can't catch up to it. Marlins have it. 7:21 to go. Here's Alex Murtha along the boards, far side. Ben Hogan digging for the puck there. Lost it. It'll be picked up by Austin Duxbury. And a penalty coming up against the Huron All-Stars. Going off for Huron, Andy Reimer for 2 minutes. Mitchell will have its second man advantage of the day.
So another chance here for Mitchell to try and put some points on the board. This will be their second power play opportunity of the game.
Marlins control the face-off. Trying to control it was Sersasimo. Could not. It'll be kept in at the blue line. Centering pass for Jacob Rice misfires. Here comes Rudebush. Moving in. Here's the shot. Score! Justin Rudebush. Back-to-back goals. This one short-handed. And the All-Stars go up 2-1.
Big shot there by Justin Rudebush, and yet another short-handed goal in the state tournament play this weekend. We had a number yesterday, and now here another one today.
We said yesterday, a short-handed goal, if you give up one, you've made a mistake. Rudebush shouldn't have been allowed to skate in that close to the goal uncontested.
No, absolutely not. It's an absolute no-no to give up a short-handed goal, and we've seen quite a few this weekend already. Defensive lapses, guys being a little too tight, a little too nervous, or something, a combination of both, but you don't want to give up those short-handed goals.
Rudebush just weaved his way through the defense. Someone should have picked him up. Here comes Davis up the right side. Puck deflected. Marlins will turn it back the other way. Find themselves down now, 2-1. Davis turns the play around for the All-Stars, dumps it into the Mitchell zone with 6 minutes to go. One of the implications of the games today in the consolation bracket, Dane, you win today, you buy yourself another game tomorrow. You lose this one, you're going home. Parker Hook, loose puck, couldn't quite cover it up. Bertha tries the wraparound, couldn't complete it. And here comes Tomczak. He'll dump it into the Mitchell zone with 5:42 to go.
That's right, Dallas. It's a double elim type situation. You lose two, you go home. You win one here, you get the chance to play for the Consolation Championship tomorrow.
Delayed penalty call coming up as the shot was taken by Sersasimo. The official's hand was up in the air. And now let's see who's going to the penalty box. It'll be Alex Still going in. And now Huron will have the man advantage for 1 minute and 37 seconds once the penalty to Reimer is complete. Or Huron will have that 1.5 minute power play once Reimer's out of the box.
Oh, what a move there by Mendel. Poked away at the last second there by Niehop, the defender from Marlins, but what a great first move to get around that defender.
Hard check at the blue line. Whipping on the puck for the All-Stars, Paul Kramer. All-Stars now back at full strength. Huron on the power play. Here's Simpson. Simpson shot, save made by Tate Sutherland. 4:56 to go, and it's Huron still on top, 2-1.
And that's Reimer coming out of the box for Huron, the captain of the All-Star team. Number of accolades for him this morning at the opening ceremonies. For those of you who viewed at 10 a.m. our opening ceremonies for the state amateur hockey tournament here in South Dakota, Reimer, one of the top nominees and all-state candidates from Huron.
A lot of recognitions handed out this morning at that opening ceremony. You had a chance earlier to talk to Mr. Tronis from the State Association.
I did, and then for our viewers out there, we'll have his interview at some point here later in the day to talk about the foundation and the awards that they give out on behalf of South Dakota Amateur Hockey, and their big pheasant hunt they throw every year.
So be watching for that later on today on the coverage during the second day here on Brookings TV. Firing the puck down, the Mitchell Marlins. Dropping back for the All-Stars is Tanner Schnabel. Schnabel with 33 seconds to go in the power play. Huron will bring it up the right side. Now they'll go cross ice to Dustin Waldert. Waldert moving in. Goes down, drops it back, centering pass. Davis drops the puck, can't get the shot away. It'll be played out to Bo Mandel. Mandel, hard check at the blue line. Mandel will dump it back in over the top of the goal. Davis, after that check, goes out of the game for the Huron All-Stars, a little bit shaken up. Would suspect we'll see him later on in the game. 3:32 to go. Moving in off the left side, Bo Mandel. Mandel, centering pass, shot off the stick of Andy Reimer just wide. All-Stars trying to center it once again. Both teams now back at full strength. Moving in, Mandel. Mandel saves Sutherland. With 3:14 to go in the first.
And that's Tate Sutherland again, the sophomore goaltender for the Mitchell Marlins, getting a start today. Another big glove save for him. He's had quite a bit of action already in this first period of play.
Face off just off the right shoulder of Sutherland. Whistle blows to stop action right off the face-off. With 3:13 to go, and we'll redo it. It is Sersasimo in for the face-off for Mitchell. Kind of a weak shot from out front, trickles wide of the goal. And Grostadier trying to turn the play around for the Marlins and get it out to center ice. Ian Carlson digging for it. Loose puck gathered in by Simpson. Shot sails wide. And out come the Mitchell Marlins and the Huron All-Stars to center ice. It'll be played by Andy Reimer. Reimer lost control. Picked up by Sersasimo. Put that on the stick of Mandel. He'll move in to a triple team. Lost it. And here comes Grostadier. Grostadier drops it into the corner. Puck slides behind the goal. It'll be picked up by Thorne Bramstad. 2:28 to go. Moving up the left side, Duxbury. Duxbury gets to the blue line. Has it poked away. Sersasimo turns it around for the Marlins. Sersasimo moving in, taken into the corner by Bramstad. Bramstad trying to work the puck free, centering pass. Winds up with the All-Stars. It'll be Huron bringing it out to center. Jordheim will dump it all the way down. Icing call with 2:03 to go in the first period.
Nice job by Bramstad there, forcing his guy outside. He kept Sersasimo to the outside of the goaltender there. Took away his chance for a shot or a pass, and a nice job keeping away from the net.
Does it seem like the pace of this has slowed the last couple of minutes?
It does seem like the pace has slowed down a little bit, Dallas, and maybe just as we're getting to the end of the first period here, and that
loose puck right out in front. No one can get a stick on it for a shot. Comes out to center. Jordheim can't get it, and Carlson will take over for the Marlins.
I'm sure our viewers noticed at home we had about a 15-minute delay, and that was because our opening ceremonies went so long, and both these teams had to stand on the ice for about an hour and 15 minutes. And kind of in a colder climate, so we gave them a little extra time to warm up and get themselves going, and I'm sure that might be having a little bit of an effect here already here late in the first period.
1:33 to go. All-Stars lead it 2-1. Face-off coming up in the Mitchell zone. Get a look at things over Sutherland's back. Off the draw, as it'll be played in the corner by Caleb Niehoff. Niehoff out to center. Dropping back together in the puck is Drake Burnison. All-Stars trying to bring the puck up. Davis, who had the 2 goals yesterday, sends it into the Mitchell zone. 1:10 to go. 2-1, the All-Stars lead. Centering pass out front. Rudebush couldn't get the shot away. It'll be played out to center. Nice move by Sersasimo. Lost the puck, and the whistle will blow to stop play. Another penalty coming up with 57 seconds to go.
And we're going to get a penalty here on the Huron All-Stars. This is I can't quite make out the number yet. Looks like number 27. That's going to be Tanner Peets. He's going to get 2 minutes for interference. He got in the way there of Sersosimo as he came into the zone trying to get a breakaway opportunity there.
So with 57 seconds to go, Mitchell will have the power play for the remainder of period number 1 and the start of number 2. Trying to work the puck free is Sersosimo, shot wide off the glass. Sersosimo has it, 40 seconds to go. Huron works it out front here still, and now the whistle blows with 38.7 seconds left.
We're going to get a crease violation here on the Mitchell Marlins. That'll bring the faceoff outside the zone.
This will be just outside the Huron blue line. 38 seconds to go. Puck loose off the draw. It'll be taken by Andy Reimer. Marlins, or rather the All-Stars, drop it out to center ice. Down to 27 seconds to go. Here comes Grostadier. Grostadier moves in left side. Grostadier skating in, shot, plank off the pipe again.
That puck hit the backside of the pipe and came back out in front of the net. Another ringer there for Parker Hook.
Ben Hogan back out to Niehoff. 4 seconds to go. In the corner, All-Stars will get it, send it to center, and that will end period number 1. Couple of goals for Huron's Justin Rudebush. And Huron has a 2-1 lead over Mitchell after period number 1 of this consolation semifinal of the State Boys Varsity Hockey Tournament on Brookings.tv. Coverage brought to you by Larson Manufacturing, Rounds Construction, and by IME. After 2-1, Huron and Mitchell, the scoring early to mid first period, Dane, pace really slowed down at the end.
Yeah, and like we mentioned, we had a fairly extensive opening ceremonies this morning that may have caused a little bit of already a lag, and these players had to stay on the ice for over an hour and 15 minutes, and I think it maybe was showing they're late. So
we'll take a break during our first intermission. We'll be back with the second period with Huron leading 2-1.
We're going to take a second here real quick, Dallas. I'm sorry, we're going to get a coach interview here with Coach Lord of Brookings. Down to Matt George. He's going to interview Coach Lord here in just a second. And we'll go down to Matt right now.
I'm here with John Lord, head coach of the Mitchell Marlins. John, you talked about earlier that your keys to success are goaltending and defense. How do you think this first period went for you guys?
Well, we definitely had some defensive breakdowns. That's how we gave up both goals, actually. Defense getting too deep in the zone. When they're coming at us 1-on-2, my defense needed to step up and make that play, and we failed to do it. And goalie got sucked back in his net a little bit too far and gave up a couple that I don't think we probably should have.
That's John Lord, head coach of the Mitchell Marlins.
George with Coach John Lord of the Mitchell Marlins. And we will cut to a break here and come back for the second period of play.
2-1, Huron in the lead. This is State Boys Varsity Hockey on Brookings.tv.
Give you a quick recap of our first period statistics. Your score after 1 is the Mitchell Marlins 1, Huron All-Stars 2. In that period, Mitchell 11 shots on goal and Huron 10. Penalty minutes, Mitchell 2, Huron 6. We had a power play goal for the Mitchell Marlins early in the game, and then a short-handed goal by the Huron All-Stars later in that first period. And as you see on your screen right now, the teams are coming back onto the ice for the start of the first period. The start of the second period here in our consolation bracket. Later today, we've got our semifinals coming up.
2 great games tonight. Saying you look at Owyhee, Sioux Falls in the opening game. That's going to be a battle. And then Brookings and Rushmore in the second game. Rushmore showed they can score early and often last night in that win they picked up, the 8-5 decision. Brookings, of course, dominated Aberdeen in that game. Should be 2 good matchups tonight.
Absolutely. absolutely. And as we mentioned yesterday in our broadcast, a lot of coaches in their pre-term interviews with me had mentioned that Rapid City was their dark horse. They've come on very strong here late in the year, and they showed yesterday they can score, like you said, early and often. To finish out our first period wrap-up, it was Alex Steele for Mitchell scoring at the 5:56 mark in the first period to give Mitchell a 1-0 lead. Then at the 8:49 mark, it'd be Justin Rudebush from Dustin Waller to tie it up at 1. And then at the 10-12 mark, it was Justin Rudebush again from Austin Duxbury to give Huron the 2-1 lead. And that'll bring us to the start of our second period of play.
Let's remind you that today's action brought to you by IME, by Rounds Construction, by Larson Manufacturing, and this, of course, the maiden voyage on Brookings.tv. It's the new media service for the Brookings area. Brookings.tv, part of TV Productions Incorporated. Off the draw, the Mitchell Marlins control. And we'll see if the pace of play picks up a little bit from where it ended at period number 1. Here's Davis, shot and the save by Sutherland with 52 seconds remaining in the Mitchell power play. Huron starts with Tanner Peets in the penalty box for just under 1 minute of the second period. Off the draw, here's Davis. Davis will dump it back into the Mitchell zone. Phil will come out for the Marlins. Phil out to center. Little drop step there. Tries to make another move. Rudebush will bring it back the other way. Rudebush drops it back to Duxbury. Duxbury dumping it in is Ramstad. Ramstad watching as Davis will pick up the puck, move it into the Mitchell zone right side. Davis lost control. Marlins will swing it behind the net, bring it out to center. Moving ahead is Grostadier. Grostadier challenged at center ice, gets double teamed, lost the puck. It'll go on the stick of Phil at center. They'll play it across to Jacob Rice. Penalty is over. Both teams back at full strength. Loose puck in front of Hook. Mitchell unable to make anything of it. Now they'll crank up and Hook will make the save with 15:45 to go, period number 2. 2-1, the All-Stars lead. Had a little bit of everything in this game, Dane. We've had a power play goal, shorthanded goal. Seen a little bit of everything today.
So far, a tightly contested game here from the Mitchell Marlins and the Huron All-Stars.
Well, you look at the season records between these teams. I think you'd expect that between Huron and Mitchell. Here's a shot wide to the left side, and it'll be played along the boards by, well, no one's really taken charge yet. Now the Marlins, Murtha had it for a second, played by the All-Stars off the glass. Now it'll be dumped in by the Marlins. Giving chase down in the corner. Whoa, taken off his feet, Ben Hogan. Down in the corner, it'll swing behind the goal. Grostadier trying to get it, along with Cole Coons. Out to center it comes. Here's Carlson. Carlson swings it to Murtha at center ice. Murtha being hounded by a couple of defenders, lost it, turning it the other way. Reimer brings it into the Mitchell zone, lost it to Cole Coons. Coons sweeps it along the boards, kept in by Bo Mandel. Mandel lost control. Here come the Marlins on a rush. They're 2-on-4 right now. Here's a crossing pass to Sersasimo. No shot there. Sersasimo lost it. Picked up momentarily by Huron. Now it's still moving in. Sersasimo takes over behind the goal. All-Stars try to clear it out of the zone. Mitchell doing a good job of keeping it in play and keeping the attack going. Now here's Kramer. Kramer moving into the Mitchell zone. Kramer dumps it back along the boards. All-Stars can't keep it in. Coming out to center ice with it, Jacob Rice. Rice to Phil. Handled by the All-Stars at their own blue line. Phil will turn it around. Or rather, Rice will turn it around. Trying to dump it into the All-Star zone. It's deflected back out to center to Niehoff. Niehoff moves in. Taken out of the play by the All-Star defense. Puck loose behind the goal. Murtha digging for it, tried to center it. Good pass out front. Rice got tied up. His stick got tied up, couldn't get a shot away, and the All-Stars clear it away. Rice was dangerous for a second, just couldn't get the shot.
Good opportunities there by Mitchell to try and get this game tied back up at 2.
13-17 to go in the second period. Here's Still. Centers it out front. Shot score.
What a move by Grostadier in front of the net. Spun it around and put it right past an unsuspecting Parker Hook.
Took Grostadier a little bit of time to find the puck, but when he did, he put it home. There it is. So Grostadier evens things at 2 apiece. Phil gets the assist, and we're tied at 2. All-Stars off the face-off. Here's Carlson. Carlson moving in on the right side is Phil. Phil centers it out top to Murtha. Shot, glove save by Hook. And now a little pushing and shoving after the whistle stops play.
And maybe a little intensity picking up here by the Mitchell Marlins. The ice seems to be tilted in their favor right now.
Didn't see a lot of movement one way or the other at the end of the first period. Mitchell has taken charge now as we move through the early part of the second. All-Stars play it out to Davis. Davis could change the tempo of things here. He had a couple of goals yesterday in that battle against Pierre.
One of the players that Coach Davidson was looking for to step up here in the tournament was number 61, Justin Davis, and he sure did yesterday with 2 big goals in that game against Pierre that had given his team and kept his team in the lead for a while. Penalty coming up here.
Rudebush whiffed on a shot, battled for the puck on the far side, and end result, we have a penalty coming up against Mitchell's Cole Coons. So the penalty called with 12:25 to go. And now Huron gets the man advantage. 2-2 game. We'll see if the All-Stars can retake the lead. Shot by Mandel, saved by Sutherland.
And a chance right now after Coons takes that penalty. Probably not a smart penalty to take there by Coons, but it's going to give Huron a chance to try and get that momentum shifted back into their favor here.
Carlson pumps it out to the blue line. All-Stars keep it in, trying to keep the pressure on Sutherland and the Mitchell defense. Back outside, it's Andy Reimer. Reimer, here's a shot, loose puck out in front off the rebound. Simpson with the first shot, and Mitchell will clear it out of the zone with 1:33 to go. Again, Huron on the power play for another 1:27. Loose puck skating in. Sersasimo had a chance for a moment. Grostadier couldn't hang on. And now here come the All-Stars. Moving up the left side, Mandel. There's that clank again.
That went off the glove of Sutherland just enough. He got just enough of a piece of it to get that off the post and out of the net.
Shot goes high off the stick of Reimer.
If Sutherland doesn't get a piece of that with his glove, that one's in the net.
11:22 to go. 2-2, Huron on the power play, trying to regain the lead. Here's Kramer. Kramer back out, blast from the blue line. Duxbury save Sutherland with 47 seconds to go in the man advantage.
Nice job by Sutherland. He's done a good job of keeping his team in the game.
Tournament coverage brought to you in part by Rounds Construction, moving the earth one load at a time since 1991. In for the faceoff, Murtha and Rudebush. Rudebush back outside to Schnabel. Huron trying to spread the ice a little bit, create an opening out front. Puck popped high in the air. Rudebush couldn't get there to deflect it in. Rudebush shot, save Sutherland. Here's Davis. Over to Rudebush. 23 left in the power play. Rudebush. Rudebush missed Davis behind the net. Davis will track it down in the corner. Davis Back outside. Here's the centering pass for Tomczak. Not sure if Tomczak tipped it, but it's in the goal for a Huron lead.
There it was, the ever so needed power play goal by Huron. They had a man advantage, and they took advantage of it. They're going to take a 3-2 lead here midway through the second.
Didn't see a lot of movement by the Huron players, but they set it up on the left side, found the goal, got it past Sutherland, and now Huron back on top 3-2. Dustin Waller gets the goal, so the puck was not tipped by Tomczak in front of the goal. And Huron is on top 3-2. 10:15 to go.
I think you got to credit the Huron All-Stars front line there. They did a good job of screening the goaltender. It looked like Sutherland didn't quite see that puck very well, and it snuck behind him.
Andy Reimer had a shot to put Huron up by 2, but Sutherland with the save. At 10:08 to go in period number 2. One of our tournament sponsors, Daktronics, featuring displays and scoring products in all 50 states and more than 100 countries, including many of our state's hockey rinks. 23 of the 30 NHL facilities have Daktronics scoring or display equipment. When you travel, look for Daktronics at the Super Bowl, Times Square, billboards on the highway, and storefronts in South Dakota. 3-2, Huron leads it. 9:49 to go, second period. All-Stars trying to build on the lead from out front. Shot taken by Pitts is deflected into the corner. Centering pass, All-Stars will try it again. Both teams back at full strength. Huron with a 17-15 edge in shots on goal. Hard check along the boards is going down for Mitchell was Jacob Rice. Now one of the All-Star players goes down behind the goal. Get a little pushing and shoving going in front of the net. And now the officials point at Cole Carlson of Mitchell, as well as Taylor Simpson of Huron. And both will be going to the penalty box.
Those players exchanged a couple blows there in front of the net, and that's our head referee, Jared DeBoer, a veteran official here of South Dakota Amateur Hockey, making the call. Both those players got a little bit too overzealous in front of the net, and they're going to pay the penalty of a 2-minute coincidental minor penalties.
9:10 to go, period number 2. 3-2, Huron leading. Here's Davis. Davis out top to Kramer. Back outside to Schnabel. Schnabel inside, shot, loose puck, out in the corner. Davis has it.
2 big saves there by Sutherland once again. He's done a good job of keeping his team in this one.
Mitchell trying desperately to clear the zone. Huron doing a good job of keeping it in. Now the Marlins get it to center. Tomczak will lead to Rudebush. Rudebush splits the defense. Shot over the top of the net.
He had the Mitchell defense beat there. Rudebush just a little bit too high and wide of that. He had his corner pick, though.
8:23 to go in the second. Clock running. Just over halfway through period number 2. Dropping back, Tanner Schnabel for the All-Stars. To Rudebush. Rudebush trying to beat the defense in. Shot, save, rebound, and unable to tap it home, Andy Reimer. Loose puck out in front. Reimer with the shot. Marlins clear it along the boards. Out to center ice, Sersasimo. And the All-Stars take over. 7:50 to go. 3-2, Huron in the lead. Reimer moves in on the right side. Reimer got challenged by Grostadil. Reimer with the puck out front. Now it's Duxbury. Misses wide. All-Stars reset. Pass intended for Mandel. Intercepted. Coming in, Sersasimo, left side. Drifts into the corner. Grostadil also there. Phil wants the puck out at the point. It'll go in the corner instead. Sersasimo, shot taken by Rice, save. Back at the blue line, Phil cranks up. That's knocked down out front. Loose puck gathered in by the Huron All-Stars.
Nice job by Mitchell. They're trying to create that chaos in front of the net. Here comes Reimer.
Shot, score. Reimer saw the opening right took it. And now the Huron All-Stars go on top by 2. 7 minutes to go in period number 2.
Andy Reimer, your senior leader and captain of the Huron All-Stars. That's a big goal right there to give his team a 2-goal advantage here midway through the second. And sometimes they happen that way, Dallas. Chaos in front of the net there, down to the Huron end. Mitchell couldn't quite get it done. All of a sudden, a quick transition out the other way, and Reimer comes in for the goal.
You could almost watch Reimer lining that one up when he hit center ice. He was starting to measure that shot up already. Out at center ice for the Huron All-Stars. Here's Brady Edelman. Edelman lost control. It'll be turned around by Mitchell. Murtha in the corner. Huron with that 2-goal lead, picking up the defensive intensity now with 6:36 to go. Huron seeing an opportunity here to really give themselves a cushion going into the third period. They'll drop it back, moving in for Mitchell. Ben Hogan. Hogan's shot. That's deflected out of harm's way. Here's a shot from the right point by Carlson. No one there to deflect it in. Now off the left wing, Cole Coons. That's saved, and Huron will send it down and take the icing call with 6:05 to go.
Mitchell not getting frustrated with this 2-goal advantage that their deficit actually that they're facing right now. They're keeping the intensity up, keeping the pressure on. Hook made some big saves right there in that little offensive sequence. You can tell Huron got frustrated, iced the puck, get the stoppage, get that fresh line out there.
6:05 to go off the draw. Here's Davis. Phil will play it for the Marlins. Puck deflected from him, and here comes Huron. Rudebush moving in left side, shot, score!
Justin Rudebush, what a snipe from the top of the circles there. Wow, what a goal. And that's a hat trick for him today already.
Away go the Hats. 5:52 to go in the second. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's our third hat trick of the tournament. You had Wagner with 5 yesterday. You had Manning of Brookings, who had a hat trick halfway through the first period last night, and now Rudebush today.
We had 2 natural hat tricks yesterday with Wagner of Pierre and Ang of Brookings. That doesn't happen very often, let alone the regular hat trick. Here comes Justin Rudebush stepping up big for Huron today and finding the goal for the third time already just midway through our second period. And, you know, Dallas playoff time, the big players have got to step up and make things happen for their teams. And so far, Rudebush doing exactly that for Huron in this game.
Solem will send it in for the All-Stars. Mitchell with some work to do now as Niehoff brings it out to center. Niehoff, Sersosimo, and Grostadier taken out of the play. The All-Stars bring it into the Mitchell zone. Tomzak shoots. That's knocked down out front by Niehoff. Tomzak swings it into Reimer behind the boards. He got tied up with 5:17 to go.
And you're seeing the physical intensity of this game picking up now in the last minute or two. All of a sudden, the hard hits are starting to come out, and the team's starting to get after it a little more.
All-Stars, Mandel on the far side. Plays it ahead. Sersosimo with a little bit of a shot on Dustin Waller. As Waller got rid of it. Yeah, the Czechs are starting to pick up a little bit, aren't they?
Suddenly the urgency is there, and both teams are starting to really get after it.
A good shot. A hard hit on the far side. And now the whistles blow with 4:47 to go. And the official going over to have a chat with Jacob Sersosimo in the Mitchell bench.
And quick note, after that last Huron goal, we did have a goalie change for Mitchell. You've now got Weston Yager in the net for the Marlins, so Sutherland being pulled. And I don't know, I think he might have had an injury because he came off the ice pretty quickly, and it looked like he said something to his coach and kept moving towards the locker room. So I'm wondering if, and I saw the trainer has left the runway as well, so I'm wondering if there wasn't something going on there with Sutherland. I saw him checking his knee about 3 or 4 minutes ago, so...
Moving in with a shot for the All-Stars, Cody Brake. Couldn't connect, and Mitchell trying to play the puck out to center. Well, Yager certainly came up big on a lot of shots yesterday for the Mitchell Marlins and comes up big there. as he shuts down Matt Andrzejczyk on the doorstep.
Yeah, Yager yesterday, he kept a Sioux Falls team that had put up at least 8 or 9 goals on that team all year long. He kept them at bay for a very long time and kept his team in it and gave them a chance against a very, very, very good Sioux Falls team yesterday. So certainly
whistle blows off the face-off.
Nothing lost there. We've got a penalty coming up here. I didn't quite see what happened, but I see it looks like Cole Carlson heading to the box.
So Carlson moving over. Huron will have the power play for 2 minutes with 4:16 to go in the second. And the All-Stars leading at 5-2.
So another chance here for Huron to try and maximize their lead on this power play opportunity. This will be their third of the game.
Situation starting to get a little bit desperate for Mitchell right now. They need to rally, get themselves back into the game, or there's no tomorrow for the Marlins. There's no 7th place game in this tournament. Loser of this game, the season's done. You do not play tomorrow.
Yeah, Mitchell needs to kill this power play off and try and regroup and get their offense going again.
Here's the play by the All-Stars. Out to center ice. Phil will turn it the other way.
Never a good time for a penalty, Dallas, but certainly after Mitchell started showing some life there again and putting the intensity on down in the Huron zone, that penalty is taking the momentum right back out of their
Mandel moves in left side. Marlins will send it back out to center with 1:10 to go in the penalty to Carlson. Here's Andy Reimer. Reimer waiting for his players to get set. Now brings it up the left side. Reimer pushes it ahead to Duxbury. Duxbury tried to play it ahead to Mandel. Mandel couldn't catch up to it. Mandel skates in, can't get it by Yager. Now it's Phil playing it out. Mitchell watching as Huron keeps it in at the blue line. Now it'll be played out of the zone by Grostadier. 36 seconds to go in the Carlson penalty. 2:49 to go in the second period. With the puck, moving in is Alex Thill.
Oh, big hit, and we've got a penalty coming up on Huron. And
two Huron players get up off the deck.
I think it's going to be Davis, and it will be Davis taking this penalty for head contact. The big hit, but obviously delivered a little bit too high. Again, Dallas, we mentioned yesterday, a USA Hockey and actually a high school and NCAA rule or point of emphasis across the country was head contact this year, and our head referee there, Jared DeBoer, doing a nice job of making sure that's being enforced in this game.
You looked at Jacob Rice making his way to the Mitchell bench after that hit. Jacob Rice was skating toward the Mitchell bench. It looked as if he was kind of wondering, I think I'm going the right way here. He did take a shot. Here's Sersasimo. Sersasimo has Carlson coming out of the penalty box. Carlson picks up the puck. Shot, save, Parker Hook. Marlins keeping the heat on. Here's Thill, Hook with another save. 2 minutes to go in the period. 1:20 in the Mitchell power play. Mitchell, I think Dana Bout has to score on this one.
They need something to happen right now. This is their chance to get back in this game.
Here's Thill. Thill back near the blue line. Mitchell trying to set up something in the center if they can. Shot, and let's see. Is it inside or outside?
No, it's outside the net. Boy, Mitchell thought it was in, and half the fans here in the rink thought it was in, but that shot was just a little bit wide of the net, and it caught the back of the net.
Saw a controversy on a play like that in a tournament game a number of years ago. I did. There was a little bit of a hole at the base of the net, and the puck slipped through that hole, and they couldn't determine if the puck went in the goal, through that hole and out, or vice versa. And they were having a big debate about that. Both teams were arguing their case, and quite a discussion for a while.
One of the important reasons why the nets need to be checked thoroughly before a tournament starts, that's for sure.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Here's the Marlins with 22 seconds to go in the man advantage. They'll play it all the way down, deflected by Yager, picked up by Phil.
Phil moving back the other way. At center ice, Sersasimo got tied up. It'll be picked up by Phil. Phil moves in. He's double teamed. Back to Murtha. That's deflected. Murtha will scrap it around or try to. Deflected in behind the goal. And Mitchell will try to center something out front with 30 seconds to go. They'll play it back outside. Coons waiting for the puck. It'll go over on the other side, and now Huron clears it out to center. Puck loose. Roasted here. Had it for a moment. Huron will send it down with 12 seconds to go. If you're the Huron All-Stars, you'll definitely take a 5-2 lead into the dressing room after the second period. Pressure will be on Mitchell to come up with 3 goals as we start the third here at Larson Ice Center. We're through 2. The Huron All-Stars hat trick for Justin Rudebush, and they hold a 5-2 lead over Mitchell after 2 periods of play here at Larson Ice Center.
Yeah, I think Rudebush has been the key of the game right now so far for the Huron All-Stars. The hat trick already in just a period and a half, you got it done, and they take a 5-2 lead into this second intermission. Mitchell couldn't get it going on the power play. They had 2 chances there in that period, couldn't get it going. They needed to make something happen there. They're down 3 right now, and it's going to be key that they make those kind of things happen in the third period if they're going to try and get back in this one. If not, it's looking like all Huron right now.
Well, Rudebush came out. We saw him pick up a couple of big goals for Huron in the game yesterday against Pierre, and stepped up today and made a couple of big plays for the All-Stars as well.
Absolutely. The senior leadership is showing for Huron big time today, with Rudebush getting 3 and Andy Reimer tripping in for 1 more. But we're going to go down to Coach Brian Davidson with our Matt George for a quick interview right now.
With Brian Davidson, head coach of the Huron All-Stars. Brian, yesterday was a tough loss for your seniors. How do you feel they battled back today?
Well, I think they're doing wonderful. I mean, like I said, it was a tough loss. They played their hearts out. For them to come back and play the way they were playing today, it was great to see.
How do you feel your goaltender has stood up today?
Well, you know, so far he probably took yesterday's loss, probably one of the toughest out of all the kids, and you know he came back and he came back to play today. So I think he's doing well.
Brian Davidson with the Huron All-Stars.
So the Mitchell Marlins with their work to do as we start the third period of play. It is Huron leading Mitchell by a score of 5-2 after 2 periods of play. Today's action on Brookings.tv brought to you by Larson Manufacturing, by Rounds Construction, and by IME. We'll take a break and return with period number 3. After 2, it's Huron 5, Mitchell 2. You're watching the State Varsity Boys Hockey Tournament on Brookings.tv.
Back to the Larson Ice Center here in Brookings at Dakota for our first of 4 games in this Saturday afternoon and evening of the consolation and semifinal rounds of hockey. We'll give you a quick recap of the second period scoring. At the 3:50 mark, it was Jordan Grossadier from Alex Thiel for Mitchell to count the game up at 2. Then at the 6:29 mark, it was Waller from Davis of Huron. At the 9:57 mark, it was Reimer with an unassisted goal, and then at the 11:08 mark, it was Rudebush with his hat trick to give Huron the 5-2 lead. Shots on goal for the period, it was Huron with 13, Mitchell with 10. A 2-period total for Huron 23 and Mitchell 21. And power play goal by Huron got things rolling, gave them a 3-2 lead, and they kept going from there and really picked up the momentum there for the latter half of the second period.
And certainly with the momentum going into the third period now, Dane, leading by 3 in the opportunity to get to the consolation championship tomorrow. Coverage today brought to you by Larson Manufacturing of Brookings, also by Rounds Construction, and by Industrial Machine and Engineering. And for the face-off, Grossadier for Mitchell, along with Reimer. And the puck comes off to the Mitchell Marlins as the third period just underway. Summit League basketball also underway down in Sioux Falls. We're told the South Dakota State women in the opening round
with a 19-point lead over the number 8 seed Oakland in opening round play. Of course, the Jackrabbit men and women trying to duplicate what they did a year ago, get both teams qualified for the NCAA tournament.
Certainly have been a big story in South Dakota as both now our biggest state universities going D1 and SDSU getting some accolades at the sport levels as well.
Well, both teams, South Dakota and South Dakota State, battling for the Summit League titles this weekend down in Sioux Falls. Both the Coyotes and the Jackrabbits in the hunt. Here's a shot off the left wing, off the pipe alongside Parker Hook.
It was Hogan with the tip in front there, and he just tipped it off the pipe. And again, Hook talking to those posts like we talked about earlier, and they're bouncing his way so far this game.
All-Stars bring it out to center ice. They're leading 5-2 with 15:47 to go. If you're Huron, you want to leave a little bit in the tank for tomorrow with a 3-goal lead, but you can't be complacent either because that 3-goal lead could disappear in a hurry.
Absolutely. It's high school athletics. It's hockey. Anything can happen, and it can happen real quick.
Here's Phil for the Marlins. Out to center ice. Put it on the stick of Rice. Picked up by Phil. Rice shaken up after that hard check late in the second period. Back out for the Mitchell Marlins. Moving the puck ahead, Niehoff. Niehoff tied up at center. Puck loose, it'll be taken by Davis to Rudebush. He has a hat trick already. Shot, make it 4.
Oh, what a move by Justin Rudebush. And that's his 4th goal of the game.
15:06 to go. And the Huron All-Stars run the lead to 4 at 6-2. Another good move in front of the net by Justin Rudebush.
Yeah,
Rudebush has shown some great moves.
He faked out one defender and then faked out the goalie, and Yager had nowhere to go.
So Mitchell now in a difficult spot. Here's Sersasimo. Sersasimo checked out of the play behind the Huron net. Murtha also there. Murtha. Sersasimo. Back out to the blue line. Here's Coons. Coons can't get the shot away. Puck trickles across the blue line out to center. Laying it ahead for Huron. Jordheim. Jordheim and Carlson in a race for the puck. Carlson now checked by Brady Edelman. And Mitchell will play it back the other way. Here's Sersasimo. Out to Rice. Rice dumps it in. Puck will just sweep the puck out of the way into the corner. Kramer swings it along the boards to Solom. Solom trying to play it up ahead to Jordheim. Off the boards in front. Here comes Carlson. Carlson moving in. Carlson taken out of the play by Waldert. Carlson lofts the puck in behind the goal. Here's Solom. Solom moving out to his own blue line. Solom picks it up. The center ice, it's broken up by Grostadier. Going back to pick up the puck for Mitchell is Coons. Coons out to Grostadier. As Sersasimo coming in on the right side. Will drop it back to Sersasimo. One of the All-Stars, Rudebush, took it right off his stick. And now they're tied up along the boards. In the corner, puck gathered in by Burnison. Burnison plays it along, and now Huron out to center ice. Cody Brake in the game for the All-Stars. Tries to dump it in. Over to Matt Andrzejczyk. To Rudebush. Rudebush goes in, shot wide. Rudebush with 4 goals. We could hear some of the Huron All-Star fans down below going, shoot, shoot. He would match, if he gets another goal, he would match Austin Wagner up here for the tournament high in a game with 5 goals. Wagner did that yesterday in the win over Huron.
And talking with some parents here during the opening ceremonies and this morning at breakfast in the hotel, it sounded like apparently Austin Wagner did that with the flu yesterday. He was thrown up in his hotel room Friday morning and came out and found a way to get his team into the semifinal matchup tonight against Sioux Falls.
You know, it's interesting. Whenever a player is ill or under the weather, it always seems that's when they play their best games.
Yeah, I think about the stories of Michael Jordan and the times that he would come out and have, 30, 40-point games in basketball when he'd be, under the weather.
Classic case earlier this year at Braxton Carlson at Brookings High School. Come out and put 27 up in a game. Did the post-game interview with him on the post-game show, and he said, asked him what was the key to the game. He said, well, I didn't come out feeling very well, and let it up for 27. At the blue line.
Coming up here.
Huron takes over, and that siren means somebody's going off the ice. And that somebody is Taylor Simpson of Huron.
And I believe that's Simpson's second penalty. We talked yesterday. We'll mention again. South Dakota Amateur Hockey rules state 3 penalties in 1 game is cause for automatic disqualification. That simply means you're done for that game. You will be able to play again the next game, but for that game, you're done. Your day is over. You hit the locker room.
12:05 to go in the third. Mitchell on the power play. And down by 4. They need to convert. Here's Thill. Thill dumps it all the way down to Sersasimo. Lost it to Rudebush. Rudebush circling around at center ice. Now passes off. Huron will spread things out with 1:27 to go in the man advantage. Spread things out and then get the puck to Rudebush and let him go to work. That's not a pleasant prospect for Mitchell here. Going in is Murtha, his shot just wide. And the All-Stars bring it out.
I think Murtha had Hook beat there, but unfortunately for him, his shot was just wide. Fortunately for Hook.
Well, here's Rudebush circling the wagons for the Huron All-Stars. On the far side, he'll play it to Davis. Davis had a big day yesterday. A couple of goals for Huron. Moving in is Carlson. Carlson driven down deep into the corner, can't get a shot away. It'll go back to the All-Stars. They'll dump it to center. 40 seconds remain in the Simpson penalty. 10:49 left in the game. Up ahead, Thill has it poked away. And it'll be recovered by Murtha for the Marlins. Over to Grostadier. He'll move in right side. Shot, goal!
Oh, nice shot by Jordan Grostadier.
Just watching Parker Hook in goal, I don't think he realized just how low that shot was coming in. I think he was thinking, this puck's going to rise. It didn't.
No, and I think he also guessed the Grostadier shot was going to be short side on him, and he ended up going long side and beat him just underneath that blocker and above that leg pad.
So Mitchell back on the board. It's 6-3 off the faceoff, Bo Mandel. Mandel moves into the Mitchell zone.
And a penalty coming up here, Dallas, on Mitchell.
And there's the penalty to stop play with 10:21 to go. That's not what Mitchell needed right there. Get a little bit of momentum from the goal, and now all of a sudden you're back in the penalty box. And going over will be Cole Coons for the Marlins. $10:21 to play. 2-minute man advantage for Huron.
Credit Murtha with the assist on the Grostadier goal just a moment ago.
So Huron will set things up. Here's Duxbury. Duxbury out in front looking for Kramer. Kramer back out to Bo Mandel.
It sounds like that was, the penalty was on Cole Carlson. That was his third of the game, so he is done for the evening. Penalty's being served by Coons. That hurts Mitchell. Now they're 2 men down because Carlson's out of the game, and they've got another guy in the box. They've got a short bench of just 3 guys now.
9:42 to go. Coming in is Bo Mandel. Mandel skates in, shot, save, second save off the stick of Simpson. Yager coming up big there for the Marlins. 9:26 to go. Huron setting up that triangle on the right side. And now a whistle with 9:20 to go and 59 seconds left in the power play.
And we'll get a crease violation here. That was Simpson was parked in that blue area by Weston Yager's goal cage. That'll bring the puck outside the zone for a faceoff.
9:20 to go. In for the faceoff is Grostadier for Mitchell. It'll be played by the All-Stars off the circle.
Here's Davis down in the corner. Davis got taken down. And Mitchell will clear it out to center ice. Dropping back to pick it up is Tanner Schnabel.
And it looks like they're putting Thiel, their defenseman, their captain, up on forward with Grossidier. They're playing Murtha and Rice back, so trying to give a few guys a little bit of a break here. And they've lost 2 of their defensemen due to disqualification and serving a penalty.
28 seconds left in that Mitchell penalty, by the way.
Coach Lord having to get a little bit creative here and moving some guys around.
And as we talked about yesterday a bit, sometimes that might not be bad because you can create a matchup situation you can take an advantage of, depending upon the speed and the physical makeup of the players.
Absolutely, and Murtha and Rice, 2 guys who certainly are no strangers to playing defense. I believe both those guys have spent some time back there before.
8:20 to go. Here's Davis. Davis gathers in the loose puck. Lost control. Here's Rudebush, right side. Back to Davis, shot wide. Digging for the puck, trying to center it was Tomczak. Tomczak got it back out to Duxbury. He couldn't get a shot away. Huron keeping the pressure on, both teams back at full strength. 7:53 to go.
Physical play has picked up here a little bit. Once again, midway through this third period, both teams starting to throw their bodies around a little more.
All-Stars lead at 6-3. 7:42 to go. If the Marlins want to get to the 5th place game tomorrow, they have to start making something happening fairly quickly. Here comes Mitchell. Try to play it out to center ice. Duxbury with the loose puck there. Over to Waldert. Waldert, Kramer, shot, pad save by Mitchell. Yager got a pad down on it. And Thiel will clear it on the boards. Puck tied up as getting shoved out of the way was Thiel. Now Huron will play it back into the corner. Neither team backing off with 7 minutes to go.
No, not at all. Unfortunately, it's been, for Mitchell, it's been all Huron here. Really, this third period, Grosser got that goal on the odd man rush, but other than that, the ice has been heavily slanted in Huron's favor, and it's time, with 7 minutes to go, it's time for Mitchell to step up and start putting the pressure on. We're back to full strength. The full cast is out there. Holt Carlson, who's been disqualified from the game just a few moments ago, but the whole cast is out there now. It's time to go.
Just over the halfway mark of period number 3, and it's 6-3, the All-Stars on top. Huron with the puck out in front. Yager with the save. 27-24, the shots on goal. Not a big spread in favor of Huron, but they've certainly cashed in their opportunities. Rudebush in particular with the hat trick. +1.
Yeah, Rudebush has been the key of the game so far. His 4 goals have really made all the difference today. Quite silent yesterday was Rudebush and Reimer, the 2 big scorers for Huron, but today both have stepped up and put some pucks in the net. And there's a goal by Huron.
Goal for Andrachek. Guess who gets the assist? Rudebush.
5th point of the day for Justin Rudebush.
So
He's been the difference maker for Huron today.
6:26 to go. 7-3. The Huron All-Stars on top. I don't know if they choose an all-tournament team or not. If I had a vote, Rudebush should get mine right now, based on what I've seen. Bernison also gets an assist for the Huron All-Stars. Huron with the puck. Moving in on the right side, Reimer. Reimer robs it off. Oh, right in front was Mandel. Couldn't finish the play. And here come the Marlins. Rush up the left side. Moving in is Caleb Niehoff.
Great look by that line of seniors from Huron. Reimer, Mandel, and Simpson. Simpson just missed it there on the backside of the net.
Thiel drops back. Will sweep the puck along the boards behind the goal. It'll be handled there by Murtha. Murtha to Hogan. Hogan can't control. Turning it around is Reimer. Reimer out in front. Shot. Stick save against Simpson. And now the whistle blows. The net came off the mooring with 5:34 to go in the third.
I think Niehoff got down and blocked, or at least got a piece of that puck and kept it from getting towards the goal, deflected it away and into the corner.
And credit Niehoff and the Mitchell Marlins. That's an example. You're down by 4 with 5.5 to go, but you're still playing.
Oh, Yager misplayed that one, and it's Justin Davis, the star of the game for Huron anyways yesterday. He's going to get one here.
Davis with 2 yesterday, now 1 today, and the All-Stars go up 8-3 with 5.5 minutes to go.
Well, that's big, Dallas, and that should probably seal a deal here for Huron. A 5-goal lead, 5.5 to go, and really no signs of life from the Mitchell Marlins offense. It's been all Huron in this third period.
Davis, 2 goals all season long. 3 goals in 2 days here at the tournament. 5:17 to go.
And that was the key for Coach Davidson, was to get some production out of his second and third liners, and Davis certainly equal to the task for his coach.
Out front, Davis was sitting in the middle, waiting again. Marlins will bring it out to center. Davis. Mitchell will dump it outside. Loose puck picked up by Murtha. Murtha moving in. Nice move, slides in, shot, hook, save. And the All-Stars will bring it out to center, 4:47 to go. Rudebush back to Waldert. Waldert. It'll be played by Ben Hogan. Hogan sends it in behind the net. Hogan looking to center. Out in front, Sersasimo was there. Couldn't get turned around to get the shot away in the corner. It'll be battled for by Thill. Thill along with Murtha. Work it into the corner, or now work it in behind the goal, and there's that siren again.
And it's going to be Davis going for head contact. He put that blow on Sersasimo, and probably a little bit of a blind shot too to Sersasimo. I don't think he was quite even expecting that, but Davis takes a shot at him, a little bit high on the hit, and he's going to serve 2 in the box.
4:18 to go in the game. Mitchell with the man advantage for the next 2 minutes. 8-3, the Huron All-Stars on top. And the whistle blows to stop play. Face-off coming up once again with 4:09 remaining.
And again, I think that's probably our third or fourth head contact call of the game. We've talked about this, Dallas, throughout the tournament so far. Major point of emphasis for USA Hockey and across this country in hockey has been head contact, keeping those hits lower and trying to minimize the concussions that occur in all sports, but hockey specifically in this case.
Had a chance to visit with the trainer on site this afternoon. Vanna Stabner, the trainer on site, and she said, well, some of these shots and some of these hits I've seen today, a little bit concerned about, especially the one that Rice took late in the second period. So I was going to go over to check on him, but he got back into the dressing room before I could get there. But Rice has come out and played. In fact, he's just leaving the ice now after his shift and appears to be okay for the Marlins.
Well, it's been amazing to kind of see what's transgressed over the last few years in hockey and really all sports, but for a guy like myself who has been a coach and an official and has kind of seen both sides of it, you hear all the stories, and we've undergone extensive concussion training now that was required for officiating and for coaching. We spent over a day of a 3-day seminar talking about concussions and trying to prevent them. And it's amazing how quickly this subject has really become a major issue in all of sports and athletic training in general. I've got a number of friends in undergraduate and graduate programs, and it's been a major topic for them as well.
And it's all for the good. Edelman out in front can't score. All-Stars can't follow it in. And the Marlins clear it away with 2:38 to go.
Obviously, Dallas with the national headlines with a number of football players that have lost their lives early or had some emotional issues that have caused them to take their own lives has really heightened, I think, what has been and is now going to become a major issue in youth sports for years to come.
And a lot of times it's very critical to nip the problem at this age level before it progresses farther and becomes a bigger and a bigger situation down the road for a prospective college or possibly a professional player.
Absolutely, and the only way to really do that is to increase the the penalty that's being assessed to a more severe case, and that you've seen in football in both the NFL and NCAA. There's a larger consequence for the blows to the head, and likewise in hockey, you've seen a number of leagues that have gone to a more severe penalty for head contact and those unnecessary hits.
Not only the severity of the penalties, but increase the awareness as well.
Absolutely.
Here's Huron with the puck with 1:32 to go. All-Stars lead at 8-3, and for Huron, they're just content to run out the remaining time and move on to a fifth-place matchup tomorrow against either Watertown or Aberdeen. That game will be coming up next year on Brookings.tv. 1:12 to go. 8-3 our score. Of course, tonight, the championship semifinals, Owyhee and Sioux Falls, followed by Brookings and the Rushmores. And I'm looking forward to that Owyhee-Sioux Falls game. I think that sets up to be quite a battle.
Absolutely, and both those teams have played very, very tight contests this year, including, I believe it's been 2 Sioux Falls wins, the Piers 1 win, but it may be flip-flopped. I'm not even sure. The games have been so close, I know, all year long with those two teams. So expect a good one.
Huron tries the centering pass. It's past Jordheim. And with 35 seconds to go, Huron keeping the pressure on the Mitchell goal. We'll check up along the boards. Rudebush trying to work the puck free there. It'll be taken by Kramer to Rudebush. They'll drop it back outside. Solom shot high off the glass. 15 seconds to go.
Big rip there by Solom. Holy cow, that thing had some gas on it.
All-Stars in control. Now the Marlins clear it out to center. It'll be played by Hook. 2 seconds to go. 1 second, and there's your game. The Huron All-Stars, the number 6 seed in the tournament, will play in the 5th and 6th place game of the Boys State Varsity Hockey Tournament as they defeat the Mitchell Marlins by a final count of 8-3. Mitchell, unfortunately, the Marlins season comes to an end with the loss today.
Yeah, it's certainly hard to see our defending champions from last year exit early, although obviously a very different team from the one last year, a very young team this year, but I think a bright future for Mitchell, really, as we look towards next year and the year after. Coach Lord has a very young team, a lot of sophomores, and certainly 2 young goalies with Yager and Sullivan that I think will be very, very good in years to come, and a few good players coming up for them as well that are at the Bantam level this year that will certainly help add to their program. So nothing to really hang their heads about this year. They knew it was going to be a tough season coming in, and they certainly battled here in the state tournament, and I expect them to be a contender next year for sure.